We're playing Crystal's Ponytail, and I'm going to set myself up with my colors.
Pick the most unnatural main body color, please.
Well, this is my preferred color because I think it is objectively the ugliest color you can possibly pick with the color palette of this game.
Looks like vomit.
That's the horse of pestilence.
But it's
oh, shit. That's hardcore. Although I will argue he came on a white horse, if I recall.
All right.
And he came on that white horse.
Why'd you come on that? It's gonna stain.
That's pestilence. Stains are pestilence.
You see the metal, the thing at the top?
What?
In that selection screen,
Oh,
right, at the starting screen?
I did not.
There's like it looked like a belt buckle.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like
So you know it's rugged.
you gotta have that. If you had a belt buckle of any kind, what kind would you have? If you had to pick
a massive wrestling championship belt buckle. What kind of question is that?
Okay, so which belt?
Fuck you. The old NWA heavyweight championship. Eric, edit it in.
Put it in.
That one, maybe.
Is that what NWA stands for?
Well,
I thought it stood for something else.
The NWA I'm referencing is a lot older than the NWA you're referencing.
That's definitely a different NWA.
Although you should edit in that NWA's championship wrestling belt right now.
Yeah, they probably have one for sure.
Or you can find a way to make one, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Just put their faces on a big gold belt buckle. Why not?
Yeah.
I do love that the trophy they decided to land on in all kinds of fighting sports is here's a giant belt.
Yeah,
It's not a cup or anything.
or like a
medal,
like a necklace,
You'd think
or
something.
like a crown even. Like you can do like different kinds of crowns or something like
Dude,
that.
a crown would be dope as hell.
Dude, crowns would be sick.
Or a gilded robe.
Yeah, right. You could do so many different types of adornments.
Alex, there was a wrestling company called Progress Wrestling that did medieval weapons. The world champion had this big iron staff, but the crowd would chant Nazi staff at it because it really looked like one.
Oh, no.
And the tag ones were two belts you could put together, and it formed a big shield. Not two belts, two shields, but you put them together and it formed one big like kite shield.
Oh, that is really cool.
It was dope stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's creative as hell.
More of that, please. Give me
Yeah.
medieval weapons in every aspect of my life. I don't have near enough.
Right.
Shut up, Rich.
I literally have nothing to say towards wrestling.
I know.
I am listening.
I didn't want to go into that, but he mentioned belts, and I'm like, I've always wanted to bring this up to Alex, and now's the time. Sorry.
Are the horse colors static? The ones that you have to save or whatever? Will it always be a red and purple fucker?
No, that's random gen. This game's got a lot of RNG.
Good. I love RNG.
Did anyone else see the dirty smile on that tree?
Do 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 do.
That's vaguely racist.
Why is that song always a Christmas song? Why is it always like a holiday song?
Oh, that's Hall of Mountain King, isn't it?
Yeah, but why is it a holiday? Was it intended to be?
Is it? I never thought about that.
I see it in Christmas stuff all the time.
Yeah, like what the Grinch? I think it was in the Grinch movie, the Jim Carrey one. And then it's they use it for the M&M's commercial that they've been airing for 30 years.
And then the Offspring covered it on their last album. Eric cut it in. I'm not joking, they did.
No shit.
In the Hall of Mountain King?
Yeah.
Huh.
Probably because it's just in the public domain.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why.
I guess. That's the boring answer.
Oh, yeah. You know, that's the only reason It's a Wonderful Life is a Christmas movie, because they forgot to they forgot to copyright it, and then people
Public
realized,
access started playing.
They're like, well, we can play it around Christmas
And
time.
a whole generation of people learned to love it. When that movie originally came out, it was a flop, and then
No
it fell out of
way.
popularity.
It's just it played on TV around Christmas time so much because they forgot to re-up the copyright.
For free.
Oh, so it's like Love Actually or The Office?
Is that what?
Friends. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, Friends,
Law-
Seinfeld.
Fucking indoctrinated
Law
by
and
this
Order.
bullshit.
All of the good but overrated shows of the past.
They're only good in perception because they were on TV so much everyone watched them.
It's memey, yes.
What?
It's memey. It's such like
memey.
common, information because you just we all collectively watched it.
I think The Office is a good series when you watch it once. I think if you watch it more than once, it's kind of like
you have a problem.
You got to just watch something different at that point. Like there are just so many better shows.
There's more to life.
It's like, are you gonna rewatch Breaking Bad as soon as you get done with it? I don't think so. Like you're gonna watch something else.
I haven't rewatched either of those shows, and I'm surprised I never rewatched either of those shows.
I've watched through The Office twice, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I think I've gotten all the Michael Scott I can handle for a lifetime.
I had enough of The Office.
Yeah.
The Office was definitely one of those shows that I did not get it for the longest time until I was like stuck in a hotel for work for 2 weeks, and the only thing on when I got to the hotel was The Office. So I was like kind of forced to watch it.
Right.
And it wasn't until like the 7th episode that I was forced to watch that I was like, oh, I get it now. I get the humor. It took a while to like understand like, oh, this is like cringe humor, like intentional cringe humor.
Yeah. Eric, do you have a history watching like other types of British shows?
No,
okay.
I'm so unfamiliar with any British show.
Because it's definitely a lighter version of British humor.
Are you talking about The British Office?
No, I'm talking about like American Office, but it's the same type of humor.
It's based off of that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a lighter version. It's like
for
like mayo
idiot
white.
Americans.
Yeah, like fat-free mayo as opposed to the full-on.
This is American British comedy.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
No, it isn't. That's a very confusing way to put it.
American wannabe British comedy.
Sure, that works.
We're trying to go along with it to ruin the reputation of The Office.
The kind of comedy that would piss off Alan Moore because it's not close enough to authentic British.
Regionally locked.
Yeah. Regionally locked
comedy.
You gotta use a VPN.
The Office under genre on Wikipedia. We need to edit in under comedy, drama, regionally locked comedy. How about it?
You know that
this song's a cover.
That is an interesting. That is an interesting phrase, though. Like, what if there was like not region locked, like in a literal sense, but
right.
Would there be a type of comedy from a culture where you just like be like, I wouldn't get it?
I'm
at
sure
this
there
point?
has to be.
I need NordVPN
or do you
to understand this concept.
Do you think at this point comedy has been somewhat like not standardized, but like?
It's
like
definitely standardized.
Made universal to where like even if you don't understand the language, you can kind of like get the comedy style. You know what I mean?
There's all these shticks.
Yeah,
you just like follow the cadence of the show.
Yeah, it's like they probably use a lot of the same comedy stylings that everywhere else uses, just with their own language based and culture based, affectations to it.
An example of that's not so much comedy, and this is going to sound stupid that I'm comparing it, but the second Captain America movie, when he has his little pad of paper of everything he's trying to catch up on in the last 80 years, and they had a different version for every country that went out because they all referenced pop culture things relevant to that country, so you'd get what the point of that notepad was.
Oh, I see.
They thought the Italians, people wouldn't understand the French one, so they made a separate one for each one.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess that does happen quite a bit with like references and like when it comes to like languages.
Or like cutting out anything referencing homosexuality when it releases in China.
Right.
Yes.
Like that.
I mean, that's like the bummer example, so I'm glad you brought that up when we're having a fun conversation.
Thanks for bringing us down, asshole.
Hollywood wants to make money, all right? They have to appeal to the right crowd.
That's true. It's a business.
Oh, man.
I didn't mean to bring down the intensity of this gameplay. Oh, that's me. I'm a downer.
So if you had to have a belt buckle of any soda, any type of soda, which one would it be?
Can I get the classic Sprite? The classic Sprite with just those red lips on a white background that says the Uncola.
Well, that's a real deep cut. Okay.
Yeah.
You've thought about this much.
I remember the Uncola. Yeah.
That was their original slogan.
I like that.
It's because it's not dark. It's clear. Most colas are now I call it brown liquid. So it's like, oh, you have this transparent bubbly liquid. That's not soda. That's weird.
Yeah.
No, we're not obfuscating what's in our soda. It's clear.
Do you remember in like 2003 when they did DNL? They just
I don't think I know what that is.
They flipped the 7-Up logo upside down, and they called it DNL for like a year.
It's the same shit as the right Twix, left Twix.
Yeah,
joke.
exactly. Yeah,
it's just a dumb gimmick.
It's just like, hey, we haven't changed the formula for this soda in 40 years. What do? Just remarket it. Make it goofy. That's what Twix did, and it worked, I bet.
Sure. I'm glad you brought up 7-Up. Does anyone else remember the 7-Up video game where you played as the Dot?
Yeah, I loved that game.
I loved that game too.
Yeah.
And I forgot it existed until this moment because I haven't seen a 7-Up in years.
The one kid in the neighborhood
unlocked.
The one kid that had a Super Nintendo in the neighborhood had that game. And like we tried so hard to beat it in an afternoon. It was like 4 hours. It was like this game is so hard. When you're a kid, you don't realize. You don't think like, the game is just like